We are live. Oh my goodness. How exciting. So, welcome everyone. And I know there are several of you that expressed that you would not make it live. Several people traveling and meetings, etc., etc. And so, the beautiful thing about Reiki is that it exists outside of time space. And so it really doesn't matter when you get to watch this, it'll still have that wonderful effect that we offer from the Reiki. And this is my first live stream. I did a live stream about a year ago as a practice in a completely different state, a completely different setting. And I don't remember all the all the that I learned from that experience. And so this is all new for me. So here we go. First of all, for those who are going to get to watch this either live or as a um, post production, whatever, video. First of all, there is so much going on right now with the sun and with light codes and with this the best word that I've heard to describe it recently was quickening, and that feels very accurate. I know with what I've been going through, especially the last week, but really at the opening of those that eclipse opening that we had, and since then it's been interesting. It's been liberating. It's been so clearing, and I'm so grateful for it. It's been a lot of tears, a lot of diving deep, and I'm glad for every bit of it because for the first time in my life, I feel more in alignment with my soul. I feel more at ease in my body, and I feel more at peace in my being. So I'm very, very grateful for everything that's going on. So please know, if we haven't spoken, please know that you're not alone with what you're going through. Do what your body is asking of you, for your growth and your alignment and your restoration to that harmony, that peace and that ease in your soul. Do those things for yourself. Take good care of you. That's one of the reasons that I was inspired to do this Reiki Circle. Today felt very significant when it came through sometime last week to do this, to offer this. Today felt very significant, and it turned out to be very significant. There were some interesting things that happened with the sun today, and whatever was going on, NASA didn't want us to see it. Surprise. And so I ended up actually taking the opportunity to lay down for a little bit this afternoon just because it was so intense. And I was experiencing so many timelines all at the same time that it became a little bit overwhelming. To hear conversations going on over here, music going over here, conversations going over there, stuff going on behind. It was a lot. And so I just decided I'm just going to lay down and let my body ease through this instead of trying to manage it like a good Scorpio. We're the managers, we're the captains of the ship. So instead of trying to manage it or control it, or somehow, manage it, I just let it be, and I just relaxed and eased into it, and that helped a lot. So remember that if you start feeling like you're pushing against what's going on with your body or with your expansion. Remember that it's really helpful. The more you can surrender, the easier it'll be, the easier the process will be. So, with all that said, let's go ahead and get down to some Reiki. And so, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lead us through a little bit of a breathing moment and a bit of a meditation in order to allow everyone to come into this present moment whenever it is that you're watching this present moment. And as I'm doing that, we will also call in the ancestors and all of our assistants to create a sacred circle for us that exists outside of time and in all space. And then we'll go into the Reiki healing. So just before we get started here, what I hope you've already done, and if not, let's take a couple of breaths. And while we're doing the breath work, let's set an intention. What is it that you want to receive from this Reiki energy? It can be healing, it can be balancing, it can be awareness of what do I need, what do I want. It can be answers to questions that are going on in your mind. It can be whatever you choose. And if you're not sure what you want your intention to be, then one of the best things that I have discovered over the decades is to then just say, whatever serves my best and highest good in this moment, that's what I set my intention for. And in the past few months, I've been adding to that whatever it is that is brought in with the Reiki energy, that it contribute to my joyful life, my peaceful existence, and my well-being. So if you're not sure what you want to set your intention for, let that be it. Whatever's for your best and highest good, whatever brings joy into your life, whatever brings peace into your existence, and whatever creates well-being in your body, mind, and spirit. All right. I can still smell the sage and the bay leaves burning. It smells so good. I wish you had smell-o-vision. All right, so let's go ahead and focus in on our breath. And in this part, we're simply bringing our focus to our breath. We're not trying to change it. We're observing. And notice how the air moves past the tips of your nostrils. And notice how the breath animates your body as you breathe in and out. Some of you got a lot of resistant energy. Just focus in on your breath. It's okay. Surrender all of that judgment about how you're doing in this moment. And just breathe. That's better. Doesn't it feel good when you just surrender all that judgment? Good. And so we call upon the ancestors from the 7 directions. And we call upon the ascended masters, those who live in the light codes and the light streams, all who are willing and just waiting to be invited. We invite you in to assist, to guide, and to protect, creating a sacred and holy circle within which we exist during this space-time that we are present in this circle. Allowing in only those energies which benefit and contribute to our joyful lives, our well-being, our restoration to our divine blueprint. Only those energies that are in alignment with and honoring our divine sovereignty and our divine free will. Only these energies are allowed to exist in this circle that we have now created. And it is so. Aho. And I'm getting the inspiration from the ancestors to get my feather fan and my sage. So pardon me for a moment. I'm not sure who this is for, and it really doesn't matter, but I'm very much being guided that someone needs this. So here we go. Ah, yes. All right. So first I'm going to offer some smoke for me. Now that I've picked up on that energy. And now I offer it to you. There it goes. There it goes. Good. Good. Oh, that smells so good. All right, we're going to pop that off over here. Lovely. Just going to let that keep going. Ooh, yeah. Right, whoever that is that needed that, it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, honey. So if you so choose, please reach out to me and let's talk some more so that we can help you with that because that's really, it's weighing you down a lot. And one of the things that I know for a fact is we can't take that shit with us as we travel into 5D. So please reach out to me if you're willing to work with that and create it in your being. So for now, we're going to focus in And at this point, your job is to completely open as much as you're willing to and allow yourself to receive. We got someone out there that has a lot going on in their head. Surprise, we're humans, it happens. And what I'm being guided to offer you verbally is the awareness that the more we try to stop a thing, the more we give our energy to it, and that locks it in place. And the more we judge it, the more we lock it into place. So, as much as you can, if you're willing, surrender all that judgment, allow it to be what it is. Just allow it to flow. As you allow, it opens up all the spaces that you've locked it down by judging it. That's better. I'm feeling several disconnects between the heart and the mind, conflict, not disconnect, but it's being created by conflict um, and confusion. Okay. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to invite you to again surrender all of the stories that you're telling yourself about why you cannot be in alignment. Surrender all the stories about what is required for you to be in alignment. They're not even your stories, actually. As much as you can, surrender that human need to understand, to make sense of it, to analyze it, and take it apart and prove. That's not your heart, that's not your soul, that's your human mind. And it's neither good nor bad, it just is. And we got at least one, possibly more, that have received light codes recently, and it's kind of stuck. They're kind of stuck. So if that feels like you, I invite you to breathe into that space that feels stuck in your body, that space that you feel that resistance when you scan your body. And feel into that resistance and just allow yourself to breathe into that space. Again, surrender all the stories that you're telling yourself about it. Acknowledge it. Allow it. Good. In that allowance, you allow it to be set free so that it can flow through your body and your being. There we go. And go where it needs to be. And again, if that resonated with you, then there's some aftercare that I would share with you. And that is a magnesium flake or Epsom salt soak, if possible. If you don't have a bathtub, then soaking your feet is going to help. So get you a dish tub or a foot tub. Put some magnesium flakes or some Epsom salt in there and just soak your feet and let all of that resistance energy leave your body. Good, good. We got it all the way down where it needs to be. Good job. Oh, okay. And we're just doing some nice, light, gentle housekeeping, clearing and cleansing, balancing and restoring of the body systems. So for several of you, I'm being guided to remind you the benefit of creating time in your routine to bring your body, your mind, your spirit, all of your bodies, not just your physical body, but your emotional, mental, physical, energetic, all of the different bodies. Create space and create time regularly to bring them within harmony within themselves, but then also into harmony with one another. This is going to be vital because we are on a very physical level experiencing things that, in my memories, we've not done this much in the physical form before on this planet. not coming from the density that we've been at. Okay, I see it. So there's someone out there that needs to, not needs, that's the wrong word. It's beneficial for you to have awareness that I create a Daco vortex, being from tornado country. That's how I work with the energy of Daco Mayo. And so think of it as a light vortex. And it's continuously bringing in light energies that are beneficial to your being. And it's continuously allowing those energies that are not beneficial, and in some cases malevolent. It's carrying those away to be transmuted. And one of you that's watching this needs not the right word. It's beneficial for you to have the awareness that is what's going on, because there's a fear that's going on up here in the head about what we're tapping into right now. And you're afraid that it's going to hurt someone. So please understand that it's impossible for what you are tapping into and choosing to acknowledge, and what you're choosing to allow to leave you. It's impossible for it to harm anything or anyone, because of the way that I work with the energy. Okay? So let go, surrender all of those fears, allow the Daco Mayo energy to carry that away as well. Okay? You don't have to understand. It's okay. That's your human mind that needs to understand. Your soul already knows. That's why it's your higher self is doing this for you. It's okay. Good. Y'all are doing great. Beautiful. Okay. So before we wrap this up, I am going to guide you through a process that I invite you to come back to. This is a part of what was given to me 3 years ago now, as part of the process that we're going through to return to our alignment with our true selves, our soul, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm going to walk you through this practice, and with the invitation that you come back to it as you choose. And so I'm going to have you focus in on that space in your forehead, right in the center of your forehead. And if you would like, take your fingers or your finger and either place it there or do a nice circular motion. And then bring it to a pause. One of the things that we know is that in the human form, when we bring our finger to a place on our physical body, it brings our whole mind and our focus to that space. So this is very beneficial. So bring your attention to this space and imagine or visualize, whichever you do best, or allow if you have the point of view that you're not good at either one, then just allow. Because in allowance, you don't have to be good at it. You don't have to be good at it anyway, but here we go. Imagine, visualize, allow your soul's light to flow in through this space. And allow that energy to open that space as wide and as expansive as is beneficial to you in this moment. Exceeding that is going to potentially cause problems for you physically. So always use that intention that whatever benefits you in this moment. Now, imagine, visualize, or allow that energy to flow from that space down your spine to your heart. And imagine that it's a waterfall and it's flowing down and it hits the pond, the pool of your heart. And it gathers in your heart. And it expands. And it fills that space with that light that is your true essence. And again, allow that energy to expand your heart in as much as benefits you in this moment. Beautiful. And then as that feels complete, allow that to pool over. Imagine it's that pool of water and it hits a point where it overflows the edges and it flows down your spine and it goes midway between your navel and your pubic bone. And bring your fingers down there or your finger down there and just place it there to pull that mind, that human mind focus to that place. And allowing that energy that has spilled over from the heart to flow into the pool that is that space. Allowing it to fill that space. Allowing it to expand that space and fill it with that light that is your true essence. and again, only to that place that is beneficial to you in this moment. And as you feel complete in this practice, release, coming back to your breath, coming back to your body. Set the intention that that energy that you've invited in, that you've allowed to flow freely and with ease, to continue flowing through you, even when you're not paying attention, even when you're doing 3D stuff. And before we close, I will wrap each one of you in pure protective light that is perfectly resonant for you, setting the intention that it protect you like a cocoon as you continue receiving the energies that restore you to wholeness. Wonderful. Now bring your attention back. Go ahead and rub your hands together. Get some energy flow back into your body. Bring that awareness back into your body. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, that was beautiful. Again, thank you to everyone who shared in this experience and shared in this time. And thank you for allowing me to be of service to you. Happy May Day. Happy Beltane. Happy all things spring. I love this celebration of coming out of the winter and the darkness and the dampness and the coolness and bursting forth in bloom. May you bloom and blossom, and may you do so with much joy and with much ease. And have a beautiful day. Namaste from my heart to yours.